Quick question. What do you fear most in the world? No matter what final answer you pick, chances are it most invariably has to do with losing something. A child, your job, anything. When it comes to our body, the one organ everyone is most usually afraid of deteriorating, though, is our brain. And no surprises there. The brain, after all, is the most important organ in the body. We are useless without it. Everything that makes us who we are is stored in our brain. This includes not just all of our abilities and skills, but also all of our memories, hopes, and dreams, as well as the friendships and accomplishments that provide meaning and purpose to our lives. It's no surprise, then, that we perceive our lives slipping away with every minor brain hiccup. Forgetting a name, misplacing your car or house keys, or going on a losing run in a bridge or Mahjong game. In fact, many people are more afraid of losing their memories than of dying. The good news is that although the brain does shrink with age, its remaining capacity is very large. Even with age, most brains can still learn and add new stores of information. Moreover, there is proof that you can increase brain power and maximize your mental abilities. You can train your brain and improve the efficiency of your memory, whatever your age. By the time you've completely watched this video, you would have learned the evidence-based proofs that support the increment of brain power. So let's get into it. Number 9. Prolonged stress destroys the brain. Stress can damage brain cells and possibly shrink the brain's size. The prefrontal cortex, which is important for memory and learning, shrinks as a result of chronic stress. Stress can reduce the prefrontal cortex, but it can also increase the size of the amygdala, making the brain more vulnerable to stress. Chronic stress causes long-term alterations in the brain, according to a study published in Molecular Psychiatry. These alterations, scientists believe, may explain why people who are exposed to chronic stress are more likely to develop mood and anxiety disorders later in life. Stress could play a role in the development of mental illnesses like depression and emotional disorders. The researchers conducted a series of tests to determine the effects of persistent stress on the brain. They observed that when people are under stress, they produce more myelin-producing cells but fewer neurons than usual. An overabundance of myelin builds up in some areas of the brain as a result of this disruption, interfering with transmission timing and balance. The researchers discovered that stress had a deleterious impact on the hippocampus of the brain. Number 8. Sleep deprivation worsens memory. Your central nervous system is your body's principal information highway. Sleep is crucial for your body to function correctly, but severe insomnia can cause disruptions in the way your body sends and processes information. Pathways established between nerve cells, neurons, in your brain during sleep that helps you recall new information. Sleep deprivation exhausts your brain, making it unable to perform its functions effectively. It may also be more difficult for you to concentrate or learn new information. Your body's signals may also be delayed, reducing your coordination and raising your chances of an accident. Sleep deprivation has a severe impact on your mental and emotional faculties. You can become irritable or prone to mood changes. It can also stifle creativity and decision-making processes. Enjoy what you're watching? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. Number 7. Dehydration affects the brain. According to a recent study from Atlanta's Georgia Institute of Technology, even a few hours of vigorous exertion in the heat without drinking fluids or eating can have a significant impact on focus. Dehydrated participants who were taking examinations that required close attention to details or were monotonous were the ones who were most affected, according to the researchers. Complex problem-solving, coordination, and attention were the most affected, although activities requiring quick reactions were not. In a released statement, Mindy Mallard-Stafford, Ph.D., a professor at Georgia Tech's School of Biological Sciences and a co-author of the study, said the simplest reaction time tasks were least impacted, even as dehydration got worse, but tasks that require attention were quite impacted. According to the authors, sustaining focus in long meetings, driving a car, or working in a hot factory needs attentiveness. However, these capacities deteriorate as a result of dehydration, and impaired cognition can be harmful to the body. Number 6. Too much sugar worsens memory and affects the ability to learn. The brain consumes more energy than any other organ in the body, and glucose serves as its principal fuel supply. What happens, however, when the brain is exposed to an excessive amount of sweets, as in the typical American diet? More is not always better in this scenario. Excess sugar in the brain weakens both our cognitive abilities and our self-control. For many people, a small amount of sugar triggers a need for more. Sugar has a drug-like effect on the brain's reward region. Sweet foods, along with salty and fatty foods, are thought to have addiction-like effects on the human brain, leading to a loss of self-control, overeating, and weight gain. In early humans, this stimulus helped lead them to calorie-rich foods, which aided survival when food was scarce. However, this primordial desire today adds to our obesity and diabetes epidemics. Substance abuse and overeating share many behavioral and neurobiochemical similarities, and the concept of food addiction is gaining traction among experts. However, omega-3 fatty acid-rich foods, such as fatty fish nuts and fish oil, alleviate the disorder's symptoms. Therefore, we should have a can of sardines with some Greek yogurt. Number 5. Painting improves brain capacity. Many painters will tell you that nothing beats getting into the flow of a good painting for soothing and relaxing. It diverts your attention away from your concerns and has a relaxing impact comparable to meditation. Art-based therapy has proven to be so efficient at helping individuals cope with the stress that now it's being used to treat PTSD patients. We're finally getting a better understanding of how deeply your mind is affected when you express yourself artistically, thanks to recent developments in neuroscience and brain imaging. During fMRI scans, those who spent time making visual art exhibited enhanced connection in their brains, as well as gains in psychological resilience, a word that describes a person's ability to cope with negative emotions and remain joyful and functional in challenging life situations. Number 4. Love affects your brain positively. While the brain changes caused by love have an immediate impact on your emotions and conduct, other impacts endure long after the first blush of love, strengthening your commitment over time. That exuberant, ecstatic feeling you get when you're with the person you love, or when you see them across the room, or when you hear their name. The neurotransmitter dopamine is responsible for this perfectly normal effect of falling in love. This vital molecule is used by your brain's reward system to reinforce enjoyable behaviors such as eating, listening to music, having sex, seeing people you love. Dopamine is released simply by thinking about the object of your affections, making you feel excited and motivated to do whatever it takes to visit them. When you do see them, your brain rewards you with additional dopamine, which you feel as tremendous pleasure. This cycle, according to researchers, is crucial in mating behavior. Spending time with the person you love makes you feel good, so you're more likely to do it again. From a purely biological standpoint, this is a critical first stage in the process of selecting an optimal mate with whom to procreate. Number 3. Pregnancy changes the brain. According to researchers, women lose some gray matter while pregnant, but their brains grow more efficiently and their connection feelings are strengthened. For many expectant women, pregnancy is a time of profound transformation. Hormone levels are rising, bellies are expanding, and ankles are swollen. The most significant changes, many of which are visible to the human eye, are very predictable. And now, thanks to new research, the changes that aren't visible may become a little clearer. The major changes in a woman's brain that occurred during pregnancy are revealed in a study published in the journal Nature Neuroscience. The brain, in particular, shrinks while simultaneously improving its efficiency. These changes, according to the study, prepare an expectant mother for the important duty of parenthood. Researchers from universities in Spain and the Netherlands employed computer imaging, especially MRI, for the first time to measure how the brain's structure changes throughout pregnancy. Scientists have long known how pregnancy affects rodent mothers' brains, but they have never fully appreciated what happens in humans. Number 2. Strong emotions impact the brain. According to a study that uncovered the molecular basis for the two most strong emotions, love and hatred, are intimately linked within the human brain. Although love and hate appear to be polar opposites, scientists examining the physical essence of hatred have discovered that some of the neural circuits in the brain responsible for it are the same as those employed during romantic love. The hate circuit shares some similarities with the love circuit, according to a study that used a brain scanner to analyze the neural circuits that become active when people gaze at a photograph of someone they claim to despise. According to Professor Samir Zakai of University College London, who conducted the study published in the online journal PLOS One, the findings could explain why both hate and passionate love can lead to identical acts of extreme behavior, both heroic and evil. Number 1. Reading trains the brain. Reading is arguably one of the best and healthiest pastimes in the world. Reading is not only educational and informative, but also amusing and soothing. Whether you're reading fiction or nonfiction, a newspaper or poetry, reading has various benefits according to the study, although it is still a relatively untapped topic. Reading is a stress-relieving hobby that helps lower your heart rate and blood pressure, according to doctors, experts, and researchers. It has been shown to improve people's memory, brain function, and even empathetic abilities. Reading has even been related to living longer. Hey, you've made it to the end of this video. So what do you think? Are you fully convinced now that it's possible to increase your brain power? Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications. Now, if you will excuse me, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.